Welcome back to What's Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 Premium SPG that we know as Fifi La Pew Pew, but most of you know as a leFH or a leFH if you happen to be Jingles or somebody associated with it. This one's located on the northeast spawn of Arctic region, otherwise known as Mannerheim Line, under the command of ProvoBob. Now, as many of you know, ProvoBob is on the Australian-New Zealand server. That's why he's got a kangaroo on the side of his vehicle. And that means there's bots in the game. In fact, there's quite a lot of bots. It's Bot City. Anything that's got a semicolon in front of the name or at the end is, or it's actually a colon, not a semicolon, is a bot. And some of these bots are very difficult to pin down. I know a lot of you say, oh, I wish there was games on the EU server with bots. Let me tell you, some of them are unpredictable. And especially if you aim at them, you might find that they will move just as you shoot and you miss them. Well, that was a blind shot just to see if there was anyone at home. Bob told me recently that apparently he does like firing blind shots just in case he can get the enemy. And you'd be surprised at the number of hits he does get, blind hits on the enemy. Clément Voroshilov Odin KV1 to you and me. Good hits. Just keep piling them in. His fire rate is 7.85 seconds. The book rate is 8.92, and he's got his first kill. First kill of the game, actually. Now, he thinks the BDR is in that dip, and he's right. He fired a blind shot in. The BDR is exactly there where he aimed. That one fell short. RNG fell short. Okay, we've got a couple of other tanks in sight now. He's looking at a Panzer IIIJ. We've got Sav M43 over there. He's staying stationary to shoot at our teammates. So let's see if he can put a round onto him and see if wipe him out. That was accurate. Oh, a kill shot! His second kill of the game. Oh, it must have penetrated the vehicle, that one. And that one definitely hit the Panzer IIIJ. No, it's the rock face. RNG made that one go astray. Now it looks like the enemy's coming up the two standard routes. We've got a whole bunch of them coming around the north route and some in the south. The annoying thing is we can't see the ones on the north route yet, but there's supposedly an A20 somewhere just around that corner. Bob just gave it a quick shot to see if there was anybody at home. Doesn't appear to be. He might be able to get a hit on that looks. He's sitting up there at this moment enjoying the view, but he won't be enjoying it so much if he gets hit by a 105mm. Okay, De Brookswagen. Not enough lead on that one. That's a bot, by the way. Tries a blind shot. No, didn't get anything. Now, as you know, Bob is famous for actually burning up most of his ammo during a game. Oh, that was, well, that couldn't be helped. The looks did move just after he fired, so there was not a lot he could do there. Okay, he's going to go for the first of the DW2s, and he gets a direct hit. And another hit. RNG made that one go astray. As you know, the 105 leFH18B2 is on sale at the moment in the gift shop if you want to go and get one. Some people have. Most people have already got them. And in fact, I did actually this morning write a post on the forum to the developers pointing out that they really ought to bring in some new premium SPGs. And I gave them a few suggestions straight off the mark, including an idea that I've had a couple of years ago, and that idea was to actually turn most TDs into capable of firing indirectly. So you could actually turn your M10 Wolverine into an SPG. All you had to do was research the appropriate skills and also buy the sighting equipment, or at least research the sighting equipment on the actual tank destroyer. And then all you have to do is press the G key and you can aim just like an Arty could. It would certainly increase the number of vehicles that were capable of actually being used as Arty. It'd be especially useful something like the M10 if they used the 105mm gun, because that way you would just treat it like any 105mm armed Arty for that matter. And the blind hit there on the BDR. RNG made that one fall short. Unfortunately, he's 2 tanks down on the enemy at the moment, and he's running short on ammo again. 23 rounds out of his 50 left. And the Panzer 3J he hit earlier is coming up the pass towards us. And oh, great hit on the side. You can actually see that one hit just beneath the turret ring. Another good hit, 76 tracked him. He's stuck there. He hasn't got his repair kit, so I don't think he's going anywhere. And now he's dead. Back in the garage. And you can see that ProvoBob's managed to claw one back. So they're only 1 tank down, but he could probably rectify that very, very quickly by taking out the Wolverine. That overshot. It looks to me like he's got the 76mm gun. Oh, he tracked him. Nice. Even though it was a near miss, he's got a 1.9 meter burst radius and a kill shot right through the side of the Wolverine. But there's still 1 tank down. There's only 3 left on his team, 4 on the enemy team. He's the only tank near the cap. Everyone else, well, they're over in the west. In fact, he's saying SOS, defend the base, because he knows there's a BDR somewhere up front. But the thing is that the Fifi has got the longest view range of all the Artys in the game, 390 meters. So he should be able to spot that BDR if he's getting close. In the meantime, his 2 teammates and the B1 and the M5 Stuart are not really doing much. They're just milling around next to that pass in grid square B4. It's actually right next door, B5. Well, I think he's making the right decision here to move forward to this bush. Then he can see through it and see if the enemy is approaching. And we've lost the M5 Stuart, and we've now got a Hetzer coming up on the B1 who's very low on hit points. That may be the reason why they stayed where they did. And the Hetzer takes a big hit. He kills the B1, but it's now just ProvoBob against 4 enemies. Potentially got the high caliber. But he loses sight of that Hetzer. Now the Hetzer is a real person. So is the enemy Fifi, and so is their BDR. So 3 real people, and their looks, the looks he was firing at earlier, is a bot. Now we haven't seen him for a while, and I suspect he may have gone over the lip and he's trapped somewhere in the west area, somewhere around about grid square C3. He's stuck where he was because he can't get back. But we know the Hetzer's on the way in. Just need to spot him before he gets close enough. And ProvoBob's right up against the bush. But the moment he spots the Hetzer, he's going to have to pull back. Oh, he's been seen. And the Hetzer's got the derp gun and wipes him out with 1 round. So sadly, this one is a loss. But it was a good game. Let's have a look at the second battle in the Fifi. The second battle is also on the Arctic region map, but this time round it's Gladiusetscutum85 in the hot seat. Game started. Now, Gladiusetscutum means shield and sword. Or sword and shield. I think it's actually sword and shield, because Gladius is the Roman sword that the Roman legions used. A very effective short weapon which was used in conjunction with the shields to stab the enemy as they got close. Now, as you may know, the Fifi is a Beutepanzer. What do I mean by Beutepanzer? That means it's a prize panzer. It was actually captured tanks that the Germans captured and turned to their own use. In fact, the Germans captured 160 Char B1s during the Battle of France, and 10% of them, exactly 10%, was converted into the Arty, which was known as the 10.5cm leFH18B2 Geschutzwaffe B2F. Geschutzsange, I think it says here. Trying to get it exactly right. Going for the T150. Fires around him, but the T50 moves directly after he fired, so not able to get a shot there, but he might be able to get one on that ARL or on this Chi-Nu. The Chi-Nu's moving rather quickly, much easier to aim for the ARL, who is actually going after the Tiger. All lands right in front of him. Let's pull back a bit, because it's a bit close for my liking. That's better. This should be a kill. Yes! Nicely done. Now trying to go at the Chi-Nu, aiming at the engine deck. Not sure if he's... Oh, he's saying C1 anyone. He's trying to remind them that nobody's gone north, which means that the north route is completely open. Trying to get a shot on this KV2. Yeah, I think he's worried that there's a tank going to turn up to his left at any moment. In the meantime, I think he's going to try and go back to the south. Just start writing a message, I think. Just typing it in. Yep, our north is wide open, he's saying. He's perfectly correct. Nobody's paying any attention to the north. Okay, go for the Chi-Nu. It's the lightest armed. Round out. Kill shot. Nice. And that BDR is just making himself a much better target for Gladius, because, yeah, if you're pushing a wreck, you're a lot slower, and that means it's much easier to hit you. In fact, he's got the 90mm gun as well, which is a much more deadly gun to our guys. Okay, Panzer T25 on the corner. Lines it up, dials in, rounds out. Kill! That was perfect. He let it dial in before he fired, and he got a perfect shot on the target. Now, these enemies are dying, but our guys are dying even quicker. Yes, I'm afraid we've got a bunch of Muppets on our team. And they're dying quicker than their guys are, with 3 tanks down on the enemy at the moment. Gladiusetscutum's got 3 kills on his own. In fact, he's the highest scoring killer who's still alive. And that's a direct hit on the T150. Okay, so he's going to try again. Yes, another direct hit. He's keeping the aim on the target. Oh, number of targets turned up. If you're wondering why it's bouncing around, that's because I've taken control of the aiming at the moment, because that's better. Gone back to his view. The VK dies. Can he get the T150? Lovely hit right on the turret. And the guy goes down. But we're still 2 tanks down on the enemy. KV2. Now, let this one dial in. That's it. That's it. Rounds out. And he dies before our shell arrives. But Gladiusetscutum's got loads of shells because he hasn't been taking any blind shots. He's been holding on to his ammo until he absolutely knows he can get a clear shot. Now, the enemy team's got 5 tanks. We've got 4. 2 Arty, 2 tank destroyers. They've got 2 Arty, 2 tank destroyers and a medium. The medium tank in this game, I'm trying to read which is, it's a Striv M4257. They've got an 88, an M10 RBFM, and they don't have a Fifi. There's the 88. They have a Gorilla and an AMX13AM. He got a direct hit there on the 88. Now this Striv M4257 is fairly close. Last seen in grid square E4. In fact, actually he's really close now because he's actually come around to the north route and just took out our SU-122A. So down to just 2 players left on the team. The T-78 and of course Gladiusetscutum in the Fifi. You may wonder why I call it Fifi, by the way, but it was actually given the name by one of the members who said, oh, the 105 leFH18B2 should be known as Fifi la Pew Pew because she's French and she pews a lot. And there's the Striv. He's in sight again and he's coming close. He's trying to get a sight on that T-78. Oh, narrowly missed him there. Might be able to get him with another shot. Remember, that's a 3-shot autoloader. He's headed this way. Oh, didn't get that one right either. And the guy is very close, but he's now amongst those bushes and we can't see him. I'm not sure if he saw us. I don't think he did because the sixth sense would have gone off. Hello. And he missed him again. And this time round he takes a round in the track. Another round from the Striv. In fact, he's taken 2 shots and lost his commander. But he smacks that Striv. And the Striv is in full reload. And there he goes. The T-78 got him. So he needs to fix his commander to give him his view range back again. And he's done that. He's now down to just 50 hit points. He took 2 shots from that Striv. And they were very, very heavy shots. 75mm rounds, and he's had to move, otherwise the enemy Arty will work out where he is. And he's now platooned with the T-78. They both got 3 kills, so if they both survive the battle, they're on for brothers in arms. Now, remember that 88? He hit him earlier. There he is. And he's down to 83% now. Now, if he used the heat rounds on this guy, that shell went incredibly long, considering it was aiming directly at the target. This is where the heat rounds can become quite useful. In fact, actually, he's not just got the heat rounds, he's actually got some armor piercing ones as well. One of the few Artys that does carry heat and armor piercing because it's a premium. Wargaming wouldn't take them out of the game simply because they basically sold this vehicle as a premium vehicle and they thought that, well, they might be done for trade descriptions, which is perfectly correct. They would be if they'd sold it on the premise that it would actually have certain characteristics, and if they took those characteristics away, people could ask for their money back. He's saying so many shots gone wide. He's saying RNG. He's perfectly correct. I'd be inclined to actually get the heat rounds out on this guy. His shells are going long. He might need to aim a little shorter as well. He's gone behind that tree. That's why we can't see him at the moment. He's only about 250 meters away. Maybe 300 meters away. Well within the view range of the Fifi. And since he's got his commander back in action, he should be able to spot this guy as he's moving forward. But I think he's sitting behind that tree at the moment and he's waiting for the M10 RBFM to move up. T-78 is alongside us and he can't see him either. He's aiming for that jet. Okay, he's really close. He managed to sneak up on us. Remember, the T-78's got a 90mm gun. And once he gets behind an 88, he can easily finish it off. The 88's just carrying on straight forward. And that round hit the ground in front of him. But the T-78 just hit the guy. And that stopped him in his tracks. Can we get a kill shot? One good shot. Oh no, not again. The shell didn't do any damage whatsoever. And he's lost sight of the target now. The T-78's managed to get a couple of good shots in. He's very, very close now, this 88. And the T-78 takes the kill. That was close. But the enemy Arty is now firing in this direction. Yes, you can hear the rounds landing. So it looks like the 88 was giving away information on where we were to the enemy Arty. And they were dialing in on this position. But now they've lost sight of us again. You can hear the shots landing behind us, but they're not landing anywhere near or on top of us. So we're just waiting to see that M10. Yeah, there's another round going in. That's probably the AMX13AM, by the way, because the Gorilla does have a fairly long reload, whereas the AMX13AM has a much faster one. There's 3 minutes 10 seconds left on the clock. T-78, oh, he's spotted the Gorilla. He's close. And the T-78 just put a massive round into that guy. Go for the kill shot. Oh, it went long again. He's getting terrible luck with this aim. It's not doing what it's supposed to do. And he fired that one out of anger. He was getting very frustrated. He couldn't get the target. And the T-78's taken another kill. He's now got 5. So he's one short of getting a Top Gun. Gladiusetscutum is saying go, as in get to the enemy cap and start capping. Luckily the T-78 is based on the chappy hull, so it's reasonably fast. And I have the feeling that Gladiusetscutum is going to probably try and make his way there, but go by the northern route. Either that or he'll try and support him from a distance, but you don't want to have any rocks between you and the enemy if you can. And he spotted the AMX13AM. There he is. He's on his way in. That's better. Oh, he got a fire. Premium fire extinguisher just went off. Now he's dialing in. And he gets the kill. So that means there's only one enemy remaining, the M10RBFM, and we haven't seen him. So he can either be an AFK or he might have flipped himself somewhere. And it's too late now for the T-78 to cap out, so this might be a draw. It all depends on who can find the M10 and kill him. If the T-78 finds him and wipes him out, then we get the victory. But if he doesn't find him, this is probably going to be a draw. That's the last minute hooter. You can see there 14%. That's all that Gladiusetscutum has got left of his hit points. He's looking for the M10. He can't find him, which tends to make me think that the M10 has flipped somewhere. Oh, there he is! He's been sighted. He is there. He's trying to get a dial in quick. He didn't react very quickly. He is alive and he's active. Rounds out. We lost the T-78, so that's the BIA gone. Can we get a shot on target? Oh, he got a blind kill. He wins the game with only 14 seconds left on the clock. As the sign comes up, you can see the clock's ticking down. He won the game, but unfortunately lost the T-78 teammates. but both of them ended up with 5 kills. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats after our third game. For the third game, we're on the steps map, and yet again we're with ProvoBob. Game started. Well, there are bots in this game. A number of enemy tanks with colons in front of their name, including this Covenanter, who doesn't appear to be able to drive anywhere properly. Yeah, that bot program is definitely in need of being fixed. Well, ProvoBob's going off to the east side of the map. It looks like he's going to try and support his teammates on the avenue, or the area over here. You can see he's got 3 high calibers, number of other medals received, so he's got the marks of distinction on the side of his vehicle, including, what was that, 5 Confederates. I'm not sure if that is the symbol for the Confederate. Going for the Chaffee. Oh, direct hit. That guy suffered. Okay, he's looking around for a target. M7. Let it settle. Let it settle. As he stops to take a shot. Hammered. Well, let's see if he can get it right with the Chaffee. Well, landed directly in front of him, but the M7 has now stopped, you see, so now will be a good time to hit him. Yep, 114, nice shot right on his front plate. Now RNG made that one go to the right. I'm pretty sure though he wasn't fully dialed in when he shot. No, he pulled away. He's tracked now, so hit him. That is a bot. That's better. Right on target. Smacked him. He's back in the garage, or rather back in bot heaven. In fact, actually, I think bot heaven is the same as silicon heaven, where all the toasters and the calculators go. You appreciate you'd have to understand Red Dwarf in order to understand what I was saying there, but... Oh, fantastic shot there. Good kill on the Chaffee, right into the side of him. So 2 kills now for ProvoBob, and he's looking for some more victims. He's found one, a Churchill 1, and it's a bot sitting near their cap area at the moment. Not really doing anything. I'd mark the ground if I was you, it makes it easier for you to know exactly where you're looking. Ah, he's moved now. Okay. Looking towards the south. There are a number of targets he could hit. There's a Valiant nearby, but it's a live player. There he is. That's a real player there. That probably would have damaged the Valiant, but not heavily. The KV-1 is a real player, and he got a direct hit. There's the Churchill 1 again. Ah, the Valiant's moved. Obviously didn't like that Arty shot. He hasn't lost any hit points though, so he didn't suffer any damage for the last round. But he has now. That's a big hit for 373 on the engine deck. Probably damaged his engine, and that's why he's not pulling away. In fact, I suspect his tracks have gone as well. No, he's moved now. There's the Churchill. Not named after Winston Churchill, named after Churchill, Duke of Marlborough, who was a famous British general during the 18th century, if I remember correctly. Maybe 19th century. 18th century. Yeah, you can see there's a fair bit of RNG coming in here because those shells are not going near the aim point. That one did. But it looks like the enemy Arty has moved away. No, he's moved away. He's moved away. Okay, T-34. T-34 is a real player. The Valiant, as we know, is not. He's also a real player, sorry. Okay, that M10 there is a real player as well. Perfect. Again, RNG sends it to the right. They're still within the aim circle, but they're just so far away from the actual aim point itself that they don't do any damage to the enemy vehicle. Lining it up. He's within the aim circle. And again, the shell misses the target. He's running out of ammo. He's gone through more than half his ammo supply this time, but he hits the engine deck and wipes the guy out. So that's one enemy down. That's he's got 3 kills now. Lining up a shot in the KV-1. So I mentioned before, that's the Clement Voroshilov. Arty. If I'm not pronouncing these correctly in Russian, please do let me know, because I would like to get my Russian pronunciation correct. Now you're running short of ammo now, Bob. Time to stop firing at blind targets, because you need that ammo. There's still 6 enemies out there. You've only got 5 left on your team, so you're going to be called on to try and kill as many of the enemy as you can. Oh, good hit! 171. That's an important hit, that one. And he got the kill. That's their best player gone down.
Start withdrawal.
There's equal scores at the moment. 5 left on either team. It's 1 short on the game. Oh, one of our teammates on his side. No, I don't think he is. I think he's telling the M4A1 to pull back. That's not. I had the symbols incorrect. I have the feeling ProvoBob's going to go behind the railway line and use the cover from the railway line to protect himself. There's only 4 enemies left now. .25 TP is confident they're going to win. Well, if you are going to win, it's down mostly to ProvoBob. He's very close to getting a high caliber, because he only needs another 188 hit points to get 20% of the enemy hit pool in total. How do I know that? Well, there's a mod at the top of the screen which says 188, and that's the number of hit points you need to get the high caliber. There's more than enough hit points available, because there's 1,436 still left in the enemy team. And let's have a look. He's lining himself up now for the T-34. He's only got 3 hit points left. That's a real player. Let it settle. Don't shoot yet. It was a little more accurate, but it still missed the target. Yes! That's his top gun. And it'll also give confidence to the other team members, because there's only 3 enemies left, but he's just been spotted. Somebody saw him. And I think it's somebody coming up from the west side of the map. It's a T-67. Now he's just on that ridge line right in front of our cap here. He's missed 2 shots. It looks like he's aiming for the weak spots as well. Yes, he aimed at the gun shield, which is the weak spot. One of the shells hit the gun shield. That must have been the one that did the damage. He's trying to get the other ones. The KV-1's coming back to help us. There's the T-67. Get onto target now. That's it. Line him up, line him up. We've just lost the teammate. Lost the KV-1 to their... oh, or did he kill the Churchill? No, their KV-1 killed our Churchill. First shot missed. Only 7 rounds of HE left, and it's 5 rounds of heat. No, hold on to your rounds, because he's hiding behind the rock at the moment. Wait for him to poke, because he's going to have to poke to shoot at the KV-1. Either that, or he's going to have to play ring around the roses, around the rock, to stop the KV-1 from killing him. Looks like the KV-1's got the 57mm gun, and he's run away. Okay, so he has run away. We've got the enemy KV-1 to the south of us. There he is. And now he's in cover as well. I think their claims that they were going to win this one are now... oh, no, don't waste ammo. You haven't got enough. You've only got 10 rounds left. Can't afford to waste any. There's the KV-1. It's in sight now. No, he poked. Don't waste any ammo. You're going to need every round. Fell short. Now would be a good time to use that heat ammo. That one hit the target. Don't fire anymore. Oh, that was wasted. He's only got 2 rounds of HE left. He did get another blind hit on the KV-1. So he must be very low on health now. Now he's down to the heat rounds. And these are very expensive. He's aiming for the T-67 up the other end of the map. We're running out of time to win this as well. T-67 did get hit. No, you have to get a direct hit with the heat rounds. That's why I'm saying don't waste the ammo. It's expensive rounds and you have to get a direct hit. Fast moving targets are not the best thing to aim at with a heat round. No, that's wasted. He's going to be out of ammo in 2 shots. Yeah, he decided not to shoot. I think he blew a lot of his ammo there on shots he shouldn't have taken. 25 TP saying he's got paper armor. He has got paper armor. But the problem is that ProvoBob now doesn't have the ammunition to take him out. His ammunition is actually designed to take out heavy armor, not light armor. And he's been spotted. The KV-1 must have found him. But he's in battle assistant mode. Is it the... No, it's the T-67's found him. And he's trying to aim through his battle assistant. And it's not working. He got tracked. Can he get the kill? Get it on target. Yes! That T-67 driver's an idiot because he allowed ProvoBob to get the kill. But the KV-1 is on the way in. And the other, our KV-1 is over the other side of the field. But their KV-1's taking damage from the Stug. Now, can ProvoBob get the kill shot? I'm not sure he can. No, it hit the rear of the KV-1, but that's it. He's out of ammo now. Nothing more he can do. And we've had the last minute siren. The Stug should be able to take him out. He fails with his first shot. Gets him with the second. There's only one. No, that's it. It's all over. There was only 14 on each side, and they killed the last 2. So they do get a victory. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats for all 3 battles. Here's the end of battle results for ProvoBob. In the first battle, you remember, that was a defeat. Yes, I'm afraid he was left all alone at the end of the game, and an enemy Hetzer came for him with the derp gun and got him, took him out with one shot. He got a first class tanker, but he did get a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He did get 4 exactly. A bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed to get 19. And he also picked up a Gauze medal for doing more damage than 8 times the hit points for his own vehicle. And the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game overall. His win rate from that battle, 8,897, which is Super Unicum standard. He was the best player on his team. If we look at the team scores, we can see that he easily got the high caliber, 2,946, 700 hit points over the, 700, about 650 hit points over the enemy Fifi, who got 2,290. And after that, it was the enemy Hetzer with 2,212. When it came to kills, it was the enemy team did the best there. Fifi and their Hetzer both managed to get 5 kills each. ProvoBob got 4. And when it came to base XP, it's the Fifi on the enemy team did the best with 944. Their Hetzer managed 871. And then it's ProvoBob with 728. He did so much damage that he actually qualified 3rd on XP. If we look at detail report, we can see he fired 36 rounds in the game, 16 direct hits, 4 penetrations and 14 splash. Damage of 2,946 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He received 1 hit, it was a penetration, that was the shot from the Hetzer and took him out of the game. 7 enemy vehicles were damaged in the game, 4 were killed and 446 hit points of damage assistance. Excuse me. 59,343 credits from the game. 6,075 for courageous resistance, that's because he got a battle hero medal in a losing or drawn game. Total of 65,418 credits altogether. And after repair and ammunition resupply, took away 59,739 credits profit. 1,092 XP, 615 for courageous resistance, 683 for this being a premium vehicle, and took away 2,390 experience points altogether. So a very good game. Even though he was killed in it, he certainly did put the effort in to get the result. It's just a pity that he was left all alone against a Hetzer and he couldn't see the guy. The guy obviously had very good camo on the Hetzer because he got very close before ProvoBob saw him and then was able to do something about it. But the Hetzer was on him in an instant and dialed in and just took him out. So that's the first game. The second one was with Gladiusetscutum, and he managed to get a first class tanker as well in the Fifi. He also managed to get a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 5 actually, and he got a bruiser medal as well for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 17. In this game, he actually managed to get a Stark's medal. He took 2 shots from the enemy, lost 2/3 of his hit points, managed to kill at least 2 enemy tanks and survived the game. In fact, he was the last man standing at the end of that game because he took out the last remaining enemy and won the game for his team in the process. He also managed to pick up a Confederate medal as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team, at least 6 tanks subsequently taken down by other teammates. His win rate in the game was 6,361, which is more than Super Unicum standard. Very nice indeed. Let's have a look at team score. Well, we can see that he didn't get the highest damage. That went to the T78 with his 90mm gun. He got a high caliber for 3,272 hit points. And we can see that just behind him was Gladiusetscutum with 1,663, followed by the T67 on his team with 1,587. When it came to kills, they both had 5 kills apiece, and the next high scorer was the Striv M4257, which was the tank that actually hit Gladiusetscutum twice. He got 4 kills. And when it came to base XP, it's the T78 who got the best. Yes, 1,385 to him, 1,099 went to Gladiusetscutum, and 797 went to the T67 on their team. He fired 38 rounds in this game, 15 direct hits, 4 penetration, 18 splash. Damage of 1,663 hit points, of which 999 were at more than 300 meters. Received 3 hits from the enemy, 2 penetrations, 1 non-penetration, and block damage of 150 hit points in total. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle, damaged 12 of the enemy, killed 5, and did 446 hit points of damage assistance. On a free-to-play account, he earned 31,670 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply, took away 25,918 credits. He received 1099 base XP, times 2 for the first victory, 293 for this being a premium vehicle, and 549 for personal reserves. Took away 3040 experience points altogether. So a very decent game for Gladiusetscutum. And of course, he got that final kill right at the end of the game, which snatched victory for his team at the last moment, killing the M10RBFM, who'd been hiding for most of the time near their enemy cap. But after he managed to kill our T78 teammate and took away the brothers in arms, it was nice to actually exact a bit of revenge with a blind shot to the rear of the M10 and win the game for his team. So let's have a look at the third battle for ProvoBob, which I thought that they had still had one enemy to kill, but they didn't. They managed to win it, and ProvoBob ran out of ammo. He got an ace tanker in that game. Not the first time he's had an ace tanker in this one. He's had it before. He got a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 16, a high caliber for dealing the most damage, and a top gun for getting at least 6 kills. He actually ended up with 7. If there had been a last enemy and he managed to kill it, then he would have got a Radley's, but unfortunately he was out of ammo at the end of the game. 7,653 was the win 8, so again, high super unicum, but he did run out of ammo, and I did keep saying, no, don't shoot, because he was running short and he was making snapshots at that enemy T67 when he was on the move, and they're very difficult to get leading shots where you have to hit the target. Better to use the HE on something like that, and it might be a good idea for ProvoBob to reconsider how many heat rounds he actually carries, because the more you carry, the less chance you have of getting an enemy tank like that with an HE round and wounding them long enough so you can then take them out. Let's have a look at the team score. 2,243 hit points, the highest damage in the game. The next highest being that T67 with 1,931. And after that, it was the M10RBFM on the enemy team with 1,592. When it came to kills, he got the highest number with 7. 5 kills went to the KV1 on the enemy team, and 4 kills went to the Slug 3G. And when it came to base XP, he's got the top in that one as well, 1,195, so he's got the top in all 3 columns. 752 went to the Slug 3G, 747 went to the M4A1, who also picked up a Confederate. He fired all of his ammo in that game, all 50 rounds, 16 direct hits and 7 penetrations, 18 splash. Damage of 2,243 hit points, of which 2,238 were at more than 300 meters. Received 4 hits from the enemy, 2 penetrations, 2 non-penetrations. Excuse me. 11 vehicles damaged, 7 killed, and 246 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he earned 53,649 credits. And after repair and ammunition from Respawn, you can see the ammo was expensive because he did fire a lot of heat. He actually ended up with a profit of 24,203 credits to take away. 1,792 XP, 717 for this being a premium vehicle, took away 2,509 experience points altogether. I think really the thing that I would say to ProvoBob, and I have said it often enough, is try to keep an eye on your ammo count towards the end of the game, because if you run very short of ammo, it can be very embarrassing, especially when you get a T67 who gets so close. And of course, the other thing was, if you can, try and come out of aim view right at the end of the game. You appeared to be stuck in Battle Assistant right at the end, and you were desperately trying to get the aim to fall on the vehicle. It's a lot easier to come out of aim view or sniper view altogether and just auto lock onto them and then blast them the moment they're still. The Fifi's got a very, very good gun when it comes to snapshotting and doing shotguns. So, well, snapshotting shotguns, getting close shots on the enemy. So I would definitely try and come out of aim view and do it that way instead. But it's personal preference in the end. But just try and conserve your ammo. Don't waste shots, don't try and blind shots, and try not to aim at leading targets or targets that are moving around quite a lot, especially things like T67s and fast moving tanks, because you might find that you need a round in the chamber at a moment when you just don't have any left, and unfortunately that might be the round that takes you out the game. But good game by ProvoBob in the last one. He did get the win. And a very good game by Gladiusetscutum, a sad game by ProvoBob for the first one. I hope you enjoyed all those replays. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And I'm off to gargle with salt water because my throat is really sore now. Thanks for watching.